Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we have white truck parts. So we're currently working on the 6.0's AC, and this guy just got here. This is a pretty heavy package, and we also got some more 6.0 stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get this guy cracked open while we're pulling a vacuum on the truck's AC system, and let's see what we got. Alright, guys. So, figured I'd bring them in here. But these are our new cables for the white truck. As you can see, they are a little bit larger than the factory cables. Copper wire. These are 1/0 cables. Come with the lugs from GP Car Audio. Never ordered anything from them before, but ordered these. They come in super quick. Ordered on Wednesday night, I think, and they got here today. This is Saturday morning, so a couple days, not too bad. But we're gonna try to get these installed in the truck at some point. So I guess I'll catch y'all then. Okay, guys. So it's a couple days later. My grandpa's gonna pull the truck in here, but a couple days later, we ended up having some issues with the 6.0, so working on that. Y'all probably have already seen that, but spent all day working on the new third brake light. So get this thing up in here and get pulling these old battery cables off. We need to get new terminals, but we can get some here in a minute. I think we're going to start by pulling out all the old cables. Okay, so I'm looking here. I'm actually trying to find the bolts for the fuel filler neck for the truck, but we are going to have to go get some battery cable, I guess, terminals. We're going to have to go get some terminals here in a bit. And we're going to have to find a crimper, a hydraulic crimper, to be able to crimp the lugs for the new cables. Let me get up here, and I will show y'all what we kind of got here. Okay, so I don't remember if I showed these, but these are our new cables. These are 1/0. That'll focus. 1/0. We have our new lugs, so we need to get something to be able to crimp these lugs on, because my crimpers here, regular crimpers, I don't think we're gonna do it with those. So we'll have to go get some probably hydraulic crimpers to be able to crimp these, and then we have our heat shrink here to go over these ends. So we got to do that as well. I found this screw here that's out of my 6.0 fender liner. So I'm going to try it to see if it screws in. And if it does, we'll stop at a hardware store or something other and see if we can find screws for the filler neck. That's not what this video is about, but that is something that needs to be done as well. That way, like I said, we can start driving this thing again. It's filthy and it needs a buff, but I'm ready to start driving this old girl again. And I've had a couple people ask about the front bumper and why the front bumper hasn't went back on the truck yet. And the reason for that being is we're going to have to build new mounts to raise the front bumper up. That's also going to be sturdy enough to be able to hold that monstrosity of a moved bumper with the winch and everything. I'm probably never going to use that winch again. But until I switch to a different bumper, we're just going to leave that winch in there. That way it's not an open hole. But we might not, but I kind of would like to. That way, again, it's not just an open hole. It would make it easier to handle, though. But we got to do that. and another thing we need to do is here on the frame. So the frame hangs out under the bumper a bit. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to come back, we're going to pie cut it, bend the frame up, and then weld it. And then we're going to cap the ends of the frame. That way, you know, it kind of hides everything nicely. So those are a couple things that we got to do at some point. So anyway, I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to check and see if this screw here will work for that filler neck. And if so, if I can't find the other ones, we'll stop somewhere, we'll grab some. It shouldn't be no big deal. And then while we're out, we will grab some battery cables, or some, I keep saying cables, some terminals for these, and crimpers for our new lugs there. Okay, so first, started by getting off our negative terminal on here. Now, we have two grounds. We have one, the corroded one in this case, runs down into, down there around the starter solenoid. That's the main one we're going to be replacing. And we have this smaller one right here that runs up back here and connects right there. So I don't know if we're going to replace that one because, like I said, it's not much of an issue, and our 4-foot cables probably a little overkill for that. So what I'm thinking we might end up doing is using our other ground cable that we have over here and go ahead and upgrade both of our power wires, and then we will get this negative here replaced with a good one as well. Alright guys, so I went inside to do some stuff, but my grandpa got this knocked out. So if you look, we weren't able to do the alternator cable here because it, if I can reach this to release it, runs in here to a fusible link, runs over, and then to the battery here. So short cable, and then another short cable over to the battery. So wasn't able to do that one today, but we did get, or he got the other two all finished up. I'll get this in a minute. But got some screw-on style connectors or terminals. I still got to heat shrink both of these, but he got those crimped and run right on down through. And if nothing else, if we ever want to reroute them, all you gotta do is take them off. And then run down through here. This power wire is a little bit long, but it's not a big deal. But he got it up all zip tied up nice. And then this should be pretty hidden when the fender liner goes back in. Now, one thing I ran into is this ground right here will go over and it'll connect to the other ground that runs up. What he ended up doing was he cut it off and then wired that ground into our new cable here. So it's pretty simple. The truck should now have a little better ground because this is 100% copper wire from what I understand. And then, you know, the 1/0 wire. So also the starter should have a little more power, but nothing, really shouldn't be anything huge, but they are upgraded. So now this thing hopefully shouldn't have any problems charging. Okay guys, so I figured I'd show y'all, but here are our two original cables. Here's the new cable that we didn't use, but we have that for another time. So as you can see, this one is corroded up, needs replaced anyway. And then you can see the size difference here in the two. So pretty good upgrade as far as that goes. But let's run out here. We'll start the truck, and I'll show y'all how it starts and all that kind of thing. And I thought I would mention right here is where he cut the other ground that grounds to the frame there by the control arm. So he cut this off. He's connected a lug to it, and then connected with the new cable, and just run it over instead of it all being one piece. So be a little bit better. And then when I get a chance and want to, I can replace that little cable if I want to upgrade it, or you know, whatever. So okay, so here we go. Excuse the mess, random holes, but working on cleaning this up. So there you go. I mean, it's not no crazy battery, it's not no crazy alternator, you know, nothing like that. But it's gonna start up a bit quicker. You can tell it's got a little bit more juice to it. And we don't have to fool around with the cables, being that, you know, the old ones are all corroded and stuff. So much better, much better. You know, big thank you to him getting that done while I was doing some stuff inside. But there they are. Also, we got my sub wiring here. We'll get connected, because I'm going to have to pull this back apart. He mentioned that we need to re-crimp these, because we just have a regular set of hand crimpers. We need to hydraulic crimp these. That way it's a good solid connection. So that's why he didn't put the heat shrink on. So we'll have to re-crimp those. We'll probably stop at Harbor Freight tonight, see if they got one of those. And if so, we will re-crimp these here in a bit. But that's why we didn't hook up nothing. And y'all hearing that tap, that's a exhaust leak over there. But there it is. So I'll go ahead. We're about to go eat. Yeah, see, there you go. The truck warms up, it quits ticking. I think this side exhaust leaking. But also thought I would mention, he also got, excuse the mess again, I'm sorry, but he got our fuel filler neck all hooked back up, back in there, ready to go. What we had to do, or he had to do, was actually modify some of that extension tube to get it to work. Because when we set the bed on, it was pinching that filler tube. So that's taken care of now. We need to get, no, actually, he found it, never mind. I was gonna say we need to get some of those bolts, but also, I don't know how we missed this, but we missed the bolt with that body lift block. These are for bed lights, don't worry about those. But we still have to get bolts are back here, so not too worried about it. We're gonna have to pick this bed back up at some point, because we're gonna change out all the clips and all the bolts. So we're getting there. We are getting there. I'm not gonna drive it in this video because we still got some stuff to do. You know, with those blocks and bolts and all that. So we will get to that, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, guys. So, like I said, we're getting about ready to go eat because it's 8 o'clock already. But I just wanted to say sorry I didn't get to film a whole lot of that. We're trying to figure out what to do with what and what to put where. Ran out of time, really, to be completely honest with y'all. So, been working on a lot of things. Been working on some stuff with this. That was one of the things I was doing while he was working on that. I come in and I order some much needed stuff for this truck here. It's one of those mods that I should have done long ago, but never did. And sorry if the camera's fogging up on y'all. It's so humid today. You can kind of see the shine on my arm there. But it's so humid. It's bad. It's Arkansas, I guess. But we're getting very, very close to being able to drive the white truck, and I'm so excited for that. We got to put some steps on the thing to make it easier, a little bit easier to drive, or I guess to get in and out of to drive it. So we got to do that. We got to recrimp them ends, like I had mentioned. We need to do the heat shrink on them. But all in all, very, very happy with the those 1/0 cables from. Let me make sure I get the name right. Hold on. Okay, so I had to go back and look, make sure to give them the credit that they deserve. But big shout out to GP Car Audio. I've never ordered anything from those guys. Never talked to any of them or anything like that. I ordered those Wednesday night, I believe it was. I think it was Wednesday night, and they got here Saturday actually. So quick shipping. Seem to be very, very good products. I will keep y'all updated as always, but so far pretty happy with them. Eventually I would like to get some more stuff and like I said, redo the rest of the grounds on that truck, redo that alternator wire with the fusible link and all that kind of thing. But we will get there eventually. You know, just right now I wanted to get that negative replaced and make it to where we don't hopefully have any more charging problems or starting issues. Because I know before you'd have to go out there, you try to start it, and you'd have to go out here and shake it around and then try to start it, and if it didn't start, you go back out there and shake that cable around some more, and it was just a nightmare. And then also those cables, another reason why I wanted to replace them is they were a little bit too short with the body lift. So again, shout out to those guys. Go check them out. Seem to be very good products thus far. But anyway, guys, that's going to be a wrap for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video or maybe found it helpful, please drop a like and comment down below. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope everybody has a great day.